Hello everyone and welcome back to Chess Noob. This is Shantan Chandra and here am I back again with another chess video. As you all know that the Tata Steel chess tournament is going on at this point in Vikens, Netherlands, and one of the most important rounds of the tournament in round 11, Magnus Carlsen faced Anish Giri. Anish Giri is the sole leader of the tournament. He is the overnight leader with 7 points out of 10 and he faced Magnus Carlsen, and this was a very close match between the both of them, with Carlson and Anishgiri both having their chances, but ultimately the game running out to be a draw. At this moment, when I'm recording this video, Ali Reza is still playing Fabiano Caruana, and if he wins, he takes the top spot today probably. But then at the game, he was better throughout the game, Ali Reza, but then probably this is going to end in a draw, so which will mean that Anish will still maintain the lead at the top of the table and will have now only 2 rounds to go before he can claim the championship. So without much further ado, let's go directly into the game and see what has happened. Okay, so we'll blitz past the openings with the opening few moves, and these are the regular Greek piano moves that happen: Bishop c4, Bishop c5, c3, and c6, d3. Carlsen opted for this a b4 move, which is unusual, but then we know that Carlsen can play anything and everything and carry them off. Bishop g4, Queen c2, d4, d4, Bishop d6, h3, Bishop h5, Rook b1, a5, a3, ab4, ab4. And here comes the first critical point of the game as Anish decides to play b5 here. After b5, what happens is this: white gets a very critical break with c4, and if he can time it, is completely better because after this exchange on c4, I have this weak pawn on c7, and the d6 bishop is completely fixed there, and you have a very bad bishop out there. And probably you can try a lot of things like knight f1 after castling, probably short castle, knight f1, knight g3, knight f5, and then probably go bishop g5, move this knight away and go bishop d5 and play b5 yourself. And probably this pawn will never move, and I can pressurize over there as well. Uh, what he could have played is probably knight e7, and after short castle, knight g6, rook e1, knight f4, black is completely doing fine, and he has a very solid knight on f4. And probably white cannot move the knight now to f1 and take the knight on f4 because you can have bishop into f3 and knight into h3, the pawn loses. So this would have been a better choice for Anish to continue. But he played b5, short castle, rook e1, queen c8, and here, what could have been a better option for for Carlson is c4, but he opted for with the move queen d3, and probably he didn't want it to break, or he was like skeptical about the pawn on b4 maybe. I don't know, but then opted he could have played c4, and after c4 the idea that I said you, b into c4, bishop into c4, knight g6, b5, very important, fixing this pawn on c7, and also freeing this at b4 pawn from the attack of the d6 bishop, and also fixing the c7 pawn. And after h6, rook e3 is important because I want to support my knight here so that I can move my knight to f1, bring the knight to g3, and probably sometime in h5, and then move my rook to c3 and control this f4 square for the knight of black. You can play knight f4 here. I am completely fine with it. I'll play knight f1, bishop g6, and knight g3. And now my idea is I can go rook c3, or maybe I can go knight h4, knight f5 as well, and go rook c3 and attack on this pawn on c7. And after knight f5, I am also attacking this bishop on d6, and this is a very good position for Carlsen. Anyways, let's go back to the game, and he played queen d3, rook b8, knight h4, trying f5. He just wanted to play now knight f3 maybe, or knight f1. He just wanted to move away from this bishop's attack. Sorry. oops, from this bishop's attack with the idea of knight f1, knight g3 probably, and then knight f5. That is what he is probably trying. Knight g6, knight g6, bishop g6, knight f1, rook d8, queen f3, and c5. This is also a very important move because after this, what happens is this: after bishop g5, bishop e7, knight g3, and c4, bishop c2. This bishop is completely bad because it has no squares to go. This is blocked. This is blocked. This is also blocked, and he has nowhere to go. And this this is a very important point to note. Moving on, we played h6, bishop e3, queen c6, knight f5, and this is probably a mistake from Carlsen because after knight f5, what happens is this: he probably wants to move away, divert this bishop from e4, but the critical point is this, that this bishop is a bad bishop and this knight is a very good knight. So exchanging these two means that he probably wanted to free this pressure on e4, but what resulted is that now after I exchange this after I exchange this bishop with this bishop, my knight is far more superior than your bishop on c2. So which means that black just needs to exchange the bishop of e7 with e3 and he would be far better, because the bishop on c2 is completely bad. So knight f5 was played and he could have played rook a1 here, rook a8, and h4, and this position is completely fine and is equal. So he played knight f5, bishop into f5, queen into f5, g6. Black is completely trying to improve his position slowly and slowly. King g7, rook a1, rook a8, queen a2. And here Anish decided that I don't know, probably he should have kept the rooks on the board. He took on rook a1, and after rook a1, rook a8, rook a8, this ended. This is a completely equal endgame. But what I was saying earlier when white played knight f5, the idea to exchange these two bishops on e3 and uh, e7, that could have been a very good idea for white. So he could have played knight h7 here with the idea of bishop g5, uh, and after this, the point is that if you exchange, I'll take with the knight on g5, go knight to e6 and place the knight on f4, and which would be a very good position for me. He goes for rook f1, probably bishop g5, bishop g5, knight g5, queen e3, and queen c7 is played. Because it is very important to note that white is trying to rook a7 and then double his rook. And if he gets any counterplay through the a5, this would be better for white. So it is very important to play queen c7 here. So rook fc1, knight e6, g3, queen d7, king f1, and knight g5. And probably this is a very good position for black to play. He this pawn is weak. If you play h6, the light squares becomes weak, and the light squares becomes weak, and you can come to queen d2 as well, and you have a lot of not now probably because it's a blunder, but probably you can play take on a1, rook takes a1, and queen d2 and something like this, and you would be completely fine, and it would be black who would be dominating this position. Anyways, moving on to the game, rook a1 was played here instead of knight h7, and after rook h7, queen a8, queen d2, h5, bishop, king h2, queen c6, queen e6, g3, and they after some time here he wanted to develop the exchange the pieces, this black bishop, but Carlsen knew that after you exchange, this knight is far more superior than this bishop, and he completely denied with bishop g5, and after here they uh, just repeated the moves, and this game ended in a draw. Thank you so much for watching. If you have liked this video, my analysis, kindly do like the video, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell as well to stay updated with the content. Uh, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.